The night holds its breath. The last echoes of the saloon fade into the wind, and somewhere between the town and the wild, a man stands, hat white against the dying sun, torch alive in his hand. He doesn't speak yet. The fire does that for him. It tells the story of those who carried light through every exile, every silence, every mile that tried to unmake them. The torch hums like a memory, familiar, human, holy in its imperfection. And as the wind leans close, the whisper begins again. Keep the fire human. The Torchbearer's Whisper by Changing Winds. The night begins in hush and ember. Cedar breath coils through the ribs of the dark, and the world feels older than memory dares to name. I walk where the ashes remember their spark, barefoot on the same soil my ancestors once blessed with calloused prayers. Their voices do not shout anymore. They hum, low, steady, woven through the pulse of wind that knows my true name. The torch I carry is not mine. It was lit by trembling hands that believed survival itself was a form of prophecy. Every flame has a lineage. Every whisper has a wound. Light is never born clean. It learns mercy by burning. When I raise the torch, it's not to conquer the dark, but to listen for the echo of those who walked before fire had rules. They speak in flickers, in the hush between heartbeats. Hold steady. Let warmth, not wrath, guide you. I have failed them before, traded truth for comfort, silence for belonging, but the ember never stopped waiting. It hides in breath, in the spaces between words, in the small defiance of staying kind in a cruel room. Some nights the torch feels heavy, as if history itself leans against my wrist, asking to be carried one more mile. I remember my father's voice then, rough as gravel, soft as smoke, saying, "Son, the light don't quit you, even when you quit yourself." So I walk on, every step a translation of grief into guidance, of loss into fuel. The whisper grows clearer the longer I stop trying to own it. Fire doesn't belong, it becomes. It teaches through ruin. It baptizes in scar tissue. It tells the truth no sermon ever dared to say. You are the miracle that kept burning. There are no temples left out here, only stones warm from forgotten prayers and the rhythm of wind rewriting the hymns. I kneel in that wilderness, press my palm to the earth, and feel a heartbeat that is not mine alone. The forest answers and sighs, each leaf a testament, each root a translation of sorrow into song. When dawn begins to smudge the horizon, it doesn't announce itself, it just breathes, and the trees exhale relief. I realized then, the torch was never meant to outshine the stars, only to bridge the dark between one heart and another. Every soul that sees its glow is part of the same unfinished sentence, a lineage of wonder still spelling itself in flame. I have become the story I once begged the sky to send me, a keeper of warmth, a witness of what endures. The ancestors watch quietly, their faces stitched in smoke, their faith no longer in gods but in what we choose to remember. So I pass the flame, not upward but outward, to the next trembling hand, ready to believe again. And when I'm gone, may the wind carry my name not as legend, but as the faintest whisper that said, "Keep the fire human." The fire has traveled farther than my hands could reach. It hums now in the breath of others, in the tremble before truth, in the warmth between strangers who still believe in mercy. What began as a burden became a bridge. The same wind that once tested me now carries what I could not keep, and that is its beauty. I was only ever meant to tend it, not to own the light, to guard the quiet, to remember that fire is at its holiest when shared. So if my name fades, let it fade in warmth, let it vanish in smoke that still sings. The story did not end here, it only changed hands. I don't ask because it's easy, I ask because I believe these words matter. Every story here, every frame, every line, every voice takes hours of life, love, and breath. I pour it in because I still believe art can move the needle and truth can outlast the noise. If these stories have lit something in you, help me keep the flame alive. Like it, share it, speak it forward, and if you can, help fuel the next fire. Patreon, patreon.com, Changing Winds Podcast. Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Changing Winds Podcast. Cash App, Changing Winds Podcast. Venmo, at Changing Winds Podcast. Every spark matters. Every hand that reaches keeps the light alive. One planet, one family, one home.